question to start with, I guess, to ask you about somebody else, but have you got the chance to watch Tua Tagovailoa play any at all this year and things? And just kind of what's your impression, quarterback to quarterback, of what you see out of him?
I've sitting in the hotel, seen him play a couple times. Seen some highlights. Extremely good player. A lot of hype. Preseason, and he really lived up to it. Extremely talented passer for a young guy, very calm in the pocket. He's delivering the ball where he needs to. He's very well.
Last year, you guys played Alabama really, really close and had a chance to win in the fourth quarter. What can you take from last year to this year? Anything?
Sadly, football is just one of those things that year to year it's completely different. Something that happened last year has absolutely no bearing on this year. We were close, but football doesn't matter if you win by a point or 6 touchdowns and you still lost. But you just take that as motivation and a little bit of extra confidence going into how well we played last year, knowing that we can do that again.
We were talking, Coach Moorhead was talking about how it's tough to have extended drives like 12, 15 play drives against an Alabama's defense. You got to have a chunk of play here or there. When you're scheming during the week, and I'm sure you've got multiple trick plays or gadget plays and different things like that. Do you have input in that discussion with Coach? Like this works or this doesn't? You might pull it out at a certain time. Just what's that like?
When they bring us our game plan on Tuesdays, and we look at it and we go through during practice. Obviously my input is taken in, and I think they put it under consideration. But really, it's not really my job to design plays or tell them what to do. It's my job to go out there and execute what their job is, which is game planning. So it might kind of tweak maybe like a footwork here or kind of a route progression. But other than that, I trust them to come out and come up with good plays for us to run.
Sorry, I had to get under. I knew you were about to do. Alabama's defense, just what I'm sure you watched tape from that LSU game and some of the other games. Obviously they're good, but what's tough about them?
I think throughout the year we've played maybe a player at D-line that was better than what they have in Alabama, or we played a linebacker that was better than what they have in Alabama, or we played one guy in the secondary that might be better, but all together they're all around the best defense that we're going to face this year. They're fast, they're sound, they're gap sound, and they don't do a lot of stuff, but they know exactly how to line up to every look that you're going to give them. They're going to run each and every play that they've seen you run all season. They're going to walk through it at least once, and they're going to have a good scheme. So on top of having great athletes, they have great coaches to put them in the right position.
Even though it's been about 10 weeks or so, does practicing against your own defense help you in any preparations for this?
We don't really get to too much on one-on-ones anymore. We do some 7-on-7 at one point and some one-on-ones throwing the balls, but ones versus ones, offense versus defense, we don't really get to do that too much. But our scouts are pretty darn good, so they give us great looks every day, week in and week out. So that's pretty imperative.